Welcome back. You know, this is independence celebrations of 36 years of independence in the Bahamas. And that makes us reflect. And Brother Khalfani, you know, we just been talking about traveling. And you know, I'm one of those who believe we shouldn't have no boundaries between us to travel. If I want to go to Senegal, I need a visa. And if I mean, a lot of these states that you want to travel through, you talked about using the Senegalese passport to go and deal with the Arabs, and then the European passport to go deal with the Europeans. I mean, is there any prospect? I know President Gaddafi has spoken about creating a united African state where you could erase all of these boundaries, that you can travel freely. Is there any prospects in the near future that a lot of these traveling barriers will break away in Africa?
Some of them have broke away. They have their own areas in which they could travel. Like West Africa, you find groupings of the former French colonies. You find that Senegalese would go to Guinea and Mali, etc. So the barriers are broken. You just need their identification card. And
you don't need a passport?
No, you don't need a passport. But you know, these boundaries were established by the Europeans, who jam up all of us up. And even Islamic perspective, there should not be these boundaries between humans. Between countries and peoples. People should be able to move freely. And because with the Bahamian passport, you know, it really stifles me, the traveling. It really limits my travel, because some places never heard about the Bahamas, right? Because they're former French colonies. Like Senegalese don't know about the Bahamas. Now we talked about Martinique and Guadeloupe and Haiti, because they're former French colonies, or still French colonies, Martinique and Guadeloupe.
But they know about the Bahamas now. You going there?
Well, let's see.
You're a legend, you know.
Well, the people.
When I go there, they told you was one of them rich Bahamian.
The thing is that they just say I'm American. They just say I'm American. You say I'm Bahamas. I remember when I first got married in Senegal, and I was going through the ritual of meeting all the uncles, because they had to approve, right? And one uncle, someone of the family had married an American, and he said, through translation, he said, tell him to get a visa from the American embassy, character reference from the American embassy. I said, brother, I'm from America, I'm from the Bahamas. He said, so my brother said to the uncle, he's from the Bahamas. Bahamas? I thought he said Alabama. No. He said, okay. Because when brother from Alabama, because he said when brother from Alabama jam up his niece. Right? So brother, you better go get one from the American embassy, which of course is impossible anyway. He said, okay, Bahamas, okay, you're straight, you're all right. Right? And so these boundaries make it difficult. If I take groups from the Senegal to the Gambia, so the Bahamians need a visa to get to Senegal. Senegal, this is Gambia. Now show on the map now. This is Gambia right here. It's really inside Senegal on Atlantic with a short beachfront, ocean front. And so the Bahamian gets in with a visa. When he goes to the Gambia, don't need no visa. The Americans who could travel in a group need no visa, but when they get to Gambia, they need visa. So all these boundaries, you know, the boundaries that they create, and visa and this not visa and so forth.
Why is it that after you have the African Union, you have the organization? I mean, way back when it was the Organization African Union, there was this mindset that they would move these barriers, and you got trading blocks in the East and the West. But for the life of me, I can't understand why there's so much resistance. They have the same xenophobic attitude we have. I mean, the Haitians and Jamaicans coming here.
No, they don't. They don't.
So the barriers are just a remnant of the colonial
times. Period.
We need to get rid of that, Brother Khalfani. I mean, you know, these Europeans mess us up.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I love Europe. You know, they get nice water, they get nice bread. and they get nice soda. But I'm here, you know, I love my own better. And I just can't, for the life of me, I can't understand why our people, you know, the boundaries don't even make sense. I mean, look at that map beside you, Brother Khalfani.
Yeah, we see this.
That was a perverted mind that drew those lines. I mean, they don't have no sense. I mean, you got, for instance, we were talking about the Bambara and being from Mali and the way these boundaries were cut. But that must have created a lot of hardship for families where one side of the family is in one country and the other side is on the other side. And they got one English country and one French country side by side.
Because Gambia is English. And then next across the border, within the country, part of the border, Gambia is in Senegal.
But they're all Muslim countries.
Yeah, and one time they had a union between the countries, but I suppose it didn't work out. So Senegambia now is Senegal and the Gambia. And by the way, we have Bahamians, one Bahamian family living in the Gambia. We have a Bahamian family living in Morocco, just to let people know.
In Morocco?
In Morocco, married Morocco, have Moroccan children, the children never been in the Bahamas, so they speak in Arabic. And about 3 or 4 Bahamians living in Cairo, Egypt. But I'm the only black one who is very Afrocentric. I chose to live in Senegal, the black country.
You know, you got some Bahamians in Ghana.
Yeah.
You got some in Nigeria, and you got some in Ethiopia. There's a Rastafarian community in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
And a few Bahamians are settled in Ghana. And, you know, their journey, I think, because they weren't traders, I think their journey was much more difficult than your journey because you went there with a business enterprise in mind.
Right.
And whereas some of my friends who went to Ghana, it was more difficult road for them because they went there to set up business there without having that background.
But one of the things important, Dion and Ali, it is basically very difficult to migrate to Africa without marrying a local woman. You must have a local wife.
You hear that, my wife?
Yeah, right?
And for me to adapt in Africa, you gotta let me take another one.
And if you have a Bahamian wife that's traveling to you must marry a local wife.
Okay.
Because the network is through that wife.
I understand.
Right? Without that, it's very difficult. Now, another thing that is very interesting, and I'm glad it just flashed in my mind. And even though, Ali, Dion, I travel in Africa, that brainwashing is still in my head in terms of fear. That fear. I remember being driving buses and way in Mali. You don't see nobody. You see somebody in the field working under some of the trees, live farming, no city. And all of a sudden, one little white boy with a short pants and a tight head walking down the road. He have no fear. But if you have the average Bahamian going to Africa, no boy, I ain't going there. And get eaten.